Alright. More insanity Adept than NA2. Mass Effect 2. So this is the rest of the collector ship. The previous video was on the platforms. This one's fairly straightforward. Just gonna place my squad mates there, out of the way, line of fire. Once again, singularity on them. Try to take out the guy from behind. That way I can get both of them. So that guy turned to Harbinger. Boom.
You will not stop me.
Take him out. Score headshots if you can. Cluggers have fairly big heads. You can place your squad mates just behind here, out of the way if you want. I'm actually going to place them there so that they can hopefully do a little bit of damage. As you can see, they're taking a bit of fire. Just waiting for my shield to get back up so I can throw a singularity on him. Looks like they Thane might have shot that guy out. So you see some guys just flew in. You might have just seen them at the top left of the screen. Some guys flew in. They're up the top. It's because I killed the guys down here. Once there's enough guys down. See this goof here, I lost sight of him for a sec. So place our singularity back. And I gotta reload immediately. Reload cancel. More guys just flew in at the top there. I don't know if you saw that. Wrecking shop. Boom. Yeah, so place my squad there. I get a bit lucky here where there's two abominations. They kind of spawned and went down the right side here after me instead of going up on the left side. I didn't get up. If I went up the left side quick enough, they wouldn't on the left side there where I am now, but instead they went down, so that's a bit of a luck on my part. Transfer headshots, there we go.
With you.
Very well.
Yeah, this I took this one I took assault rifles as my bonus power. I may change that later, depending. We'll see. But I used to use my assault rifles as a backup weapon, so that's why I like assault rifles in the Adept sometimes. That way I can carry the Carnifex, or if I want the Phalanx as my pistol, and then my assault rifle is just sort of a backup from there. Since assault rifles, pistols get double damage versus armor, and the Carnifex and both Carnifex and Phalanx are very good against armor to begin with. High damage per shot. Phalanx might be a bit better overall for armor, just because it has better damage per second, so hard to say. I think it was a Croner or Sinsleep might have done a video on that. If I can remember, I'll link it in the description. Yeah, these guys here are the tough part, I find, if you're not careful. So you can get caught down there with no cover. The husks aren't too bad. There's three of them. There's the two that came earlier than that guy. This Praetorian's a lot easier than the first one, mostly because you have a lot better cover to work with. And he just landed, so I got too close, but luckily I moved away from his area attack. I'm going to try to move my squad mates out of the way so they don't cause that guy to drop me down again.
Engaging target.
Yeah, this Praetorian's easier than last one. You have better cover. This way you can just play ring around the rosy pretty much around this little area. Plus, by this point, you probably have a few more, SMG upgrades. You probably got your pistol damage upgrade, bonus weapon. It could be the Viper, or again, assault rifles could have the Matic, things like that. So at this point, you'll be doing a lot better damage against the armor. It's a lot easier to take down, a lot quicker anyway.
With you.
You should have like heavy warp by this point as well.
Right there.
See, I got still a little far. My squad mates who went to an area where they figured they'd follow me again, which is why they got close to the Praetorian there. Squad mate pathfinding isn't always optimal. Not to say it's bad, it's just not always
Right
optimal.
behind you.
We're still kind of close, but luckily, for the most part, the Praetorian will always focus on you. And both Fane and Miranda together with both their warps really help make quick work of that with your warp and your guns. So, like I said, warp's good against armor and barriers, does double damage. So, this part here where the door closes and you can't go through. Some classes and sometimes you can, and if you're good enough, all classes can do it. Where you can run up that door quickly and then actually prevent the husks and collectors from spawning in. Soldier's really good at that because you can activate Adrenaline Rush with the time dilation to get there sooner. Infiltrator's good with Cloak.
I will keep it open as long as I can. We must be getting close to the end.
So get my
Take it.
damage. There's actually some credits on the left I missed on this. There's not. I don't think they're that much, and by the end of the game, you're really not really starting for credits, unless you bought some of the bypass module or the hack modules or stuff. I never do those. So I'm going to place my squad mates there. And I'm going to go here, and Thane decided to chase after me. I guess I did that wrong. And I missed the Abomination that came up on my left. And then I saw the Abomination just briefly on my right, and I panicked. But he's actually dead. I think Thane got him. If he had blown up right next to me, I probably would have died on that from that. So in that case, because he didn't blow up in my face, I didn't need to use Metagel. So I tried throwing that guy. Bad idea. And I get blown out of cover here, but luckily Harbinger is dead, so he couldn't flame me. It is like the little fireball attack. Place the squad mates there so they can have line of sight to shoot. But they're behind me, so they can instant cast after that and stay out of cover, and that way the enemies will focus on me.
Not a problem. Right behind you.
Yeah, and place my squad mates there, so they'll have line of sight on enemies on the left, but they won't actually be able to shoot these guys, not that it matters. They'll be able to see guys on the left. It's like level layer for again, Singularity holds Harbinger in place, so he can't attack me. That way I can focus on getting his barrier down, that guy's barrier down. Score headshots here. Boom.
Be right there.
It's there again. I try to get closer. Trying to find warp. There it is. Map warp. That way I can just take this guy down a little quicker. Just gonna stasis so I can get close. Because he takes a little more damage coming out of stasis in the ragdoll state. He, again, that's a stasis glitch, last stasis exploit. I have no problems using it. I don't use stasis all that much. So, that's why he took a lot of damage from Thane's warp there. And he probably might have shot him too. So I just take the avalanche out here. There's a lot of husks here. You can spend your time shooting them, killing them. But I'm just going to actually just bypass them. I'm just going to avoid them. You don't have to fight them once you get close to the ship. In fact, it's better if you don't fight them. It's just quicker. You don't need to do it. So once you get there, then the cutscene begins and the mission ends. That's the collector ship. Again, that part's fairly straightforward. There's not really many tough parts. You just have to be careful in that one. The first big room you're at when you might get overwhelmed if you go in the wrong spots by collectors. And probably that last part can sometimes be a little weird as well, because there's really not great cover. But, oh well. Yeah, the only real hard parts are the platforms, but I did that in the previous video. So anyway, that's the collector ship.